I'm currently at the rooftop making this video, and with this I just wanted to share some of the tips and modifications I've done so that you could ride longer and faster using your Brompton or your Pikes folding bikes. Let's start. So the tips I'm going to be sharing with you guys would be something that I've acquired all throughout the years that I've been using this kind of folding bikes. My first recommendation is upgrading the palm grips. This is going to make your hands comfortable, especially on those long rides, and it will also absorb the vibrations from the road. My second recommendation is, of course, the Brook saddle. This is actually a butchered saddle, the B17. The third recommendation would be the crank. You're going to be saving a lot of weight on this. You could, depending on the model and brand, you could save up to 500 grams. What I have here is a SRAM Force. I have a 52 teeth chainring. One tip that I've done would be turning the Mickey Mouse shifter 180 degrees so that it's going to look like a thumb shifter, similar to a mountain bike or a Shimano mountain bike shifter. Take a look. It's much more easier, and if you're going to be changing tires upside down, it wouldn't be a problem. That Brompton sticker actually has a story. It was a signature of my wife and had it scanned and printed. My recommendation on the seat post is actually to use the stock. However, I changed to a much longer one because it doesn't fit my height. Chromoly absorbs vibrations very well. The pedals I'm actually using is a Wellgo quick release. There's a switch or a button that you need to click, and you can easily remove it. It's a Wellgo brand, and you can replace it or swap it with a platform pedal. So if you're just going to be using your ordinary shoes, not your SPD shoes, you can use this, and it can be swapped easily. Push it back so it will lock the system. The quad lock is one of my favorites when it comes to mounting phones onto the bikes. I also have this in the car. What you're seeing here is actually an old biscuit container. I know it's red, it's an eyesore, but it's pretty good when you're on the road. You can easily be seen. But I mounted a Brompton mount for the carrier bag block, and it actually supports up to 5 kilograms. So let me know if you have any questions, and just put a like or a comment on this video if you have questions on some of the modifications. I will be talking about other things like why I upgraded the... One other thing that I wasn't able to showcase that much was actually the handlebar or the straight handlebar. I upgraded that to a titanium version, and what I recommend is get the longest one that you could get, because that's going to be very helpful when it comes to climbing. I have used the Brompton into a lot of places where I've climbed, up to 1,200 elevations. It's great to use and handy to have that long handlebar, especially if you are climbing around 17 to 20% gradient. That's going to help you leverage your weight, pulling it left and right so that you can easily climb that hill. Of course, one recommendation as well, or a tip, is to lean forward, and you should be using cycling shoes that has cleats on it. It's not recommended that you use a flat pedal, especially when you're leaning forward. I have seen cyclists who have slipped and met an accident. My recommendation is to use the clit shoes or the clip shoes. And here I am at the rooftop. And before I let you guys go, before you end the video, I just wanted to share the view that I'm seeing from the roof deck. I'm located here in Mandaluyong, and you would see here the Makati Central Business District. Right in front is the Makati City Hall. It's actually pretty warm outside, but pretty bright. It's a good day to fly the drone. So that's the Central Business District. And that's Rockwell City, and right below is what you call the Pasig River. And that's Mandaluyong City. And behind the building is Ortigas, where there's a lot of buildings, or tall buildings.